a coalition of Gambian civil society and non-governmental organizations dedicated to the health, welfare, and human rights of women and girls held a press briefing on Friday at Tango. The briefing addressed the pressing social and legal concerns surrounding the practice of female circumcision, also known as female genital mutilation (FGM). In December 2015, the Gambian National Assembly amended the Women's Act of 2010 to prohibit FGM. The amendment was a key step in addressing the absence of a provision on eliminating harmful traditional practices in the original law. Section 32A of the amended Women's Act makes it a crime to engage in FGM. Anyone convicted of the offense faces a prison sentence of up to 3 years or a fine of up to $50,000 or both. The penalty is life imprisonment if FGM results in death. Despite the prohibition, there is still significant public disagreement about FGM. Some scholars argue that it is in line with Islamic teachings, while others believe that it is a harmful practice that violates the rights of women and girls. The coalition of NGOs condemned the promotion of FGM and called on the government to enforce the law and protect women and girls from this practice.
Some public figures have openly supported the convicted individuals and continue to publicly advocate for the continuation of the practice of female genital mutilation, despite Section 32B of the amended Women's Act criminalizing the incitement of promotion of FGM. Such a behavior not only inflicts harm, but also runs contrary to the principles of justice and the protection of women and girls. While we condemn in the strongest terms the action of detractors who leverage social and religious devotion to promote their personal agenda at the detriment of women's welfare and rights, our commitment remains centered on the experiences and realities of women and girls who endure the trauma of these harmful practices, their lives bearing indelible scars while their bodies are reduced to political tools.
CEO and founder of Women in Liberation and Leadership, Fatou Balde, calls on the government to take measures to protect women from FGM.
Regrettably, thousands more in the Gambia are still vulnerable to falling victims of this ordeal. It is these women whose voices matter. Today, as we have been doing for the past decade, we re-echo our call to the government of the Gambia to fulfill its obligation to protect the rights and welfare of Gambian girls, such as we demand that the government and the Ministry of Justice to impartially uphold the law and ensure that those who partake in or support or advocate for FGM face appropriate consequences. We also demand for the protection of rights and well-being of FGM victims. They merit our unwavering support, empathy, and access to services.
The chairperson of Tango, Yadiko Njai, says that national development cannot be achieved without social justice, equality, and protection of human rights of all citizens.
Men and women, to achieve this, we must abandon harmful practices and beliefs which have lived with us since time immemorial. We are aware of the deep-seated nature of FGM as a long-standing cultural practice. However, it is obvious by now that this is not only a harmful practice, but it has no moral, health, or religious value. For far too long, women and girls have been subjected to this practice with the misconceived notion that it is sanctioned by religion and it has cultural value. Not only Islamic scholars, but also health and social experts have amply demonstrated that FGM has clear and direct defects for women and girls in their sexual and reproductive health.
Female genital mutilation, FGM, encompasses all procedures involving the partial or complete removal of the external female genitalia or other harm to female genital organs for non-medical purposes. Critics argue that this practice lacks any health advantage for girls and women, leading to severe bleeding, urinating issues, infections, complications during childbirth, and an elevated risk of newborn mortality. Internationally, the practice of FGM is acknowledged as a violation of the human rights of girls and women as supported by research. Earlier this year, the Gambia Committee on Traditional Practices Affecting the Health of Women and Children, GAMCO-TRAP, through a press release, revealed that one Bayasin Fatou, a circumciser, has been found guilty with two of the mothers whose children were circumcised in Bakadaji Mandinka in the Central River region of the Gambia. This marks the first prosecution and conviction 8 years after the criminalization of the practice in 2015. Reporting for Kerr, Fatou, I am Fatou Silla.